Alright, we've milled up a bunch more of the geodetic. So what I've been doing is all these are glued on and in place, so now I'm trimming the cross members to fit in properly, and I'll trim them however they have to go. So what we do is we stick it in and mark it on both sides where we need to have it fit. So right there, I'm going to cut it along here. Cut it along here. Go over to the bandsaw. Cut it along the first. Cut it along the second. Now weave that through there again to make sure it's cut properly. There we go. So you can see that I've done that with the rest of these. That one's cut. One interesting thing, I thought that these were going to go on top, but the ones that went in first go on top because they're glued to the ribs. So they're glued to the ribs, these ones. So when I put these in, you can't put them on top because this is already glued on there. So it goes underneath that one, and it'll get glued up like that. So the second group you put in go underneath. Now you could weave them in and out, but what I found there is that it puts too much pressure on one if you're going underneath than to try to bring it above all the way down. You get some weird wows to it. So I'm just sticking all those that are going this way underneath all the way along. I've got all the lattice cut. I just getting it all cut and pieced in there. That's done. Now I'll go back and start gluing, and I'll make my way down. I'm not sure how far, I'm not going to be able to do the whole thing. I don't have enough clamps. Because now I'm going to clamp each one of these all the way along, so I'm going to need a lot more clamps, and I just don't think I have enough to get it all done. I had a question the other day about the wingtips that I was thinking of. And here's the original. I built it as per plans. There's where the wing would go. And I was thinking of doing the Horner type. So I mocked this up, kind of sticking that in there, just a piece of cardboard, of how I would cut a piece of plywood, bond it into place there. Instead of having it come like this, I would have it come like that. The Horner style wingtip theoretically is more efficient. I don't know if I could build a true Horner style. I'm going to take a look at them again. I thought there was a little bit of a recurve to them. All you can do here when you're doing fabric is go straight across. But I still think that would look better than having the style that's on there. So I'll call Dave next week when I have a second and ask him if there's been anyone that's done that and what's the possibility of doing that. It should be fairly straightforward. Just instead of having the wingtip here, you're moving the wingtip up a bit. The fabric's going to come straight across, and then it's going to go straight down. As it comes, it's just going to taper more and more down towards the back. Again, you're just moving the tip up a bit. The idea behind the Horner style is that the top of the wing is flat all the way to the edge, and then it tapers down. It's supposed to be more efficient the way the vortices come off the tip or something. I haven't done a lot of research on there. I think it looks better personally. So we're going to see how that works. But for right now, start the gluing process. That's as far as I made it today. That's as far as I made it today because all the clamps are used up. So there we go. This bay, I believe, will be for the fuel tank, the wing tank. I want to put wind tanks on them, and I think what they say is you glue this all in and you cut it out afterwards. I'll have to wait and see about that. Everything else glued up good. So tomorrow or whenever I get a chance, a little more than probably about half. I was going to say a little more than a third, but probably about half the wing's done. And we'll get the rest of it done the next day.